Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're doing fine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Time to get out of bed. Time to wake up, you sleepy head. The morning's dawning just for you. Diddly, 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 doo. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing fantabulous. I am just here working away. Not doing too much of anything. I am here at the Sonatrol office, the Secure Pacific office, and we are going to be, I'm just taking you behind the scenes as I work and have fun. So let's dive into it.
Time slowly moves forward, over and over. Time is the one thing that unites us all. Time is the one thing that you can never redo. Time is what ties us together. That's what this show is about. That's what life is about. How are you investing your time? Together, we can be the difference we need in our society. Together, we can take care of each other in a new way, in a better way, to help each other get the results that we want out of life. We are in this together, and that's what this show is about.
And that's what this show is about. It's all about time. My goal is to get people to change the way they think and process time. Because time is the true currency in the world. Where you show up every day is the most important decision you make, period. How you show up is incredibly important. And so, if we don't change how we look at time, nothing in our world is going to change. And that's why I talk about time the way I do. Is my goal is to get people to understand that time is one of the most valuable assets in the world. In my opinion, it is the single most valuable asset in the world because you can never buy more of it. It is there until it's not. And so you get to invest it however you choose to invest it. But also, if it stops, it stops. You can never buy more of it. You can never earn more of it. You can rent it. You can rent other people's time, but you cannot, under any circumstance, own it. And so that's one of the things I look at when it comes to time and everything I do is how are we leveraging time? How are we using time together to create the future we want to live in? Because the future is ours to decide. The future is ours to control, but we have to first decide we want to. And so that's why I do this behind the scenes content. That's why I'm constantly moving forward, is because every day is the most important day, because it is the first day of the rest of your life. It's not the last day of your life. It's the first day of the rest of your life. And so that's when it comes to time, when it comes to people working together, people figuring out how do we live in a way that creates the future we want. We have to focus first and foremost on time. So that is why I'm obsessed with the concept of time. I'm obsessed with this idea that time just moves. Time is the one thing that you can never change. You can never undo what's happened in the past. So what you do today is important. So I'd love to hear, I'm trying to get to where when I go live, it's not just me rambling. So I'm trying to figure out, how do we get a conversation going? Oil up. Yeah, I love it. How do we get a conversation going? So to start that conversation, what are you guys doing today? What is on your agenda when it comes to time? And the time you're investing today, where are you going to invest it? Are you going to spend some time with your family? And if so, how? What's that going to look like? And when? Where? What kind of fun are you doing? And what questions do you have? What could I do to serve you? How could I help you? We're all in this together. And that's the whole point. No one owns time. Time is shared jointly by all of us. So if time is shared jointly by all of us, how do we make sure real minimum wage behavior right here? Aw, thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that. I think that's a compliment. I don't know. But how do we create the world the way that we want it to be? Skip-a-did-dib-a-did. Skip-a-did-dib-a-did, skip-a-dib-too. Because it's our choice. It is our choice how we create the world. It is our choice what we show up and what we do. And that's why I'm so excited for my role here with Secure Pacific. Is my role is one thing and one thing only. It is sales. That's what I want to be doing. I want to be out in the community figuring out, how do I help as many people as I can? Because we can help people. We can be the difference we want to see in the world. And it comes down to, what is your first choice? My first choice is making sure I show up for myself and for my family. Because to me, that is where life happens, is at the kitchen table. It's with the family. It's what's going on at home. Because what's going on at home is the most important thing in your life. What's going on with your family is incredibly important. They're the people who are going to be with you. First choice. It's the best and only option. I see what you're saying, Daniel. Minimum wage behavior. And that is the truth. If it is not your company, minimum wage behavior is how you should operate, because the company does not care. It doesn't. Now, if you're commission only, I'm not commission only, but a big portion of my revenue is commission, then you have to treat yourself as a business, which is why it's 6:50 and I'm going live to build relationships and share my beliefs and try and connect with other people, is because it is my business when you're based on commission. And that's one of the ways you can get ahead, is figure out, how does income come into your world and what can you do to maximize the ROI on that income? What can you do to maximize the ROI of how you show up each and every day? Because how you show up does work. It just doesn't work for everyone. I totally agree, Don. Commission does work, and it is a hard road. As someone who's been commissioned basically my entire life, I've had multiple commission-only jobs. It is a hard road. So you've got to be willing to go through the struggle. You've got to, especially when you're starting out, it is incredibly difficult to learn the sales process in general, the sales process where you work, and everything that you're going through. So I started transitioning. I started transitioning to Secure Pacific, my new role, about 3 weeks ago. So, as I'm going through life, it's constantly a change. And that's one of the things I would encourage everybody to get great at understanding is life is change. Life is change. So the faster you can change, the faster you can learn to change, the more successful you can be. So don't try to figure out how do I do one thing over and over and over. You got to figure out how do I go out and build a future based on the world you want to live in, based on the world you want to create. And that's all of our choices. It's all of our choices how we do that and why we do that and where we do that. So life is about choice, and you are completely free. That's one of the things I love about living here in America is we're free to do and be anything we want, but you have to decide. Don't let society decide. Don't let society tell you. Don't just wait for life to happen. It is your life. You get to create it. You get to create the future, whatever future you want that to be, whatever future you want that to look like. It is your decision. So don't just wait for life to happen. Don't just let life come at you. Go out there and create it. Create the environment that you want to succeed in, that you want to live in, because it is your choice. It is your choice how you show up each and every day. I promise you, what you do today will affect your tomorrow. It will affect your next week. It will affect your next month and next year and the rest of your life if you let it. Far too often, we just don't let it. Far too often, we just wake up and think, oh, let's go back to work. Today is the only day you'll ever get to invest, August 8th, 2024. The only day ever that you get to invest today, right? That is the biggest investment you will ever make, right? So you need to be aware of it. I love the advice. Go serve. That's what we all should be doing, is serving. We should be serving each other at a higher level because we're all in this together. The time, we all share it. No one owns time. Time just exists. We share time together. So how do we invest it? How we use it becomes one of the most important decisions you make every day. That's why I do content, is because I know right now I've not built a following. Right now I don't have people banging on my door saying, Justin, help me with this. Justin, help me figure out that. And that is life. But I know if I keep showing up, Boat needs someone to cash app him $6 for some food. If anybody's there, it's $ Joe Green 2. So hit him up. It is all of ours option how we show up. It is all of our option how we help and support each other. And we get to choose what we focus on. We get to choose when we focus on it and how much we focus on it. And that do content. Those that can't do content. That's so funny. This old fart. I love that. And that's true. So one of the reasons I do content, I believe a business is a box designed to collect and monetize time. And so every social media app there is has been designed to get us to invest our time into that box. And by doing that, the time is already collected. Then it becomes our decision. Do we try to monetize it? Because at the end of the day, chicken nugget soup is really good. There you go, Jeremiah. So if a business is a box designed to collect and monetize time, you want to get your message in front of as many people as you can. That's, again, why I do content. Right now, there's 21 people on my TikTok live, and then I am live on X, on Twitch, on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. So I'm live on all these different platforms simultaneously because I don't know whose time is where and when they're going to be available to receive my message. So I put my message out there in multiple places in order to build a relationship with people over time. And at some point, I actually plan to get into politics and run for the Idaho House of Representatives. That's where tax law changes here in Idaho. And I want to be part of the change. Jeremiah, I love it that you are giving me the likes. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. I want to get into politics and be part of the change that I think we need as a society. And that only happens by showing up, by being willing to be mocked, by being willing to be ridiculed, by being willing to be wrong. That's why I do what I do, is because I'm willing to fail. And I hope you're willing to fail. That's how success comes, is through failure. Success comes because of the way you show up. So I want to invite anyone to show up to be the difference they think we need in the world, because it's their choice and it's your choice. So that's, I'll get off my high horse, but let's go change the world one day at a time, just one day. And it's one message, it's one smile. Like at the end of the day, if I can make you smile, I'm accomplishing my goal. My goal is to spread love, to spread joy, because there's enough of the negativity out there. We need more people who are saying, you know what? Yes, the world is burning, but that's okay because we're in it together and we're going to make a difference together. That's how we succeed. So go out there and make someone smile, make someone feel the love, because I believe we are each loved unconditionally. You are loved unconditionally, if by no one else, by me. Because it is my choice. I love humanity. And I want to help and support humanity in any way I can. And to me, that right now is creating content and trying to get my message out there. In the future, the way I help and support humanity will look different. It will still involve content, but I've got a lot of plans that don't involve content, that involve making an impact. And in order to make that impact, I need to get people on my team. And you get people on your team by sharing your message, sharing who you are, sharing how you show up. Do you want to try it? Poop Master, I made some for you. Do you want to try it? That is so nice of you. I think I'm good, Poop Master. I think I'm good. So as we're going through life, put a smile on your face. Go out there and be the change. Give someone a hug. Let someone know you're thinking about them. Let someone know you're there to support them. Right now, there is someone in your life who would love to hear from you. Text them, reach out to them. Just tell them you're thinking about them. It could be a brother or a sister. It could be your parents. It could be a friend from college or high school that you haven't talked to in years. Put a smile on their face through action, through doing something. Don't just wait for life to happen. We've got to go out and create our future. And we do that through how we interact with each other and how we treat each other. And that's why it is so important to be unapologetically yourself. One thing you will get with me is, who is Justin Stevens? This guy. I am who I am. And a lot of people, you talk like Aladdin from Smiling Friends. Love that for you. Thank you. I think I'll have to go look up Smiling Friends. But I like the name. Smiling Friends makes me happy. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. And so we've got to pick each other up. Instead of saying, oh, go pick yourself up by your bootstraps, why don't we say, hey, give me your hand. Let me help you up. Let me help you back on your feet. Stay cool in the warm. You were unliked in high school. No, I had a lot of friends, acquaintances. Can you say, Tim and Leonard, hey guys, appreciate you being here. High school was a ton of fun. It was an adventure, that's for sure. You are most welcome. And you guys, anything you can do to share love, do it. Because you can. And that's what's going to change our world. My favorite ice cream. This is going to be real surprising. I like vanilla. Because I'm totally vanilla. I'm so average. But it's us average people that can actually change something. It's us people who are vanilla that can make a difference if we decide we want to make a difference. Oh, I do like mint chocolate chip, though. Mint chocolate chip is a delicious ice cream. And I'm a big fan of it. So, but then I like all ice cream. I mean, what's not to like about sugar and frozen milk? It's all good. And variety is the spice of life, right? Variety is everything when it comes to how are we living our lives? What are we doing? Because if you get too stuck in a rut, you lose purpose. That's why I want to encourage you guys. What is your purpose? Do you have a purpose? Because it's yours to decide. I would agree. Ice cream is one of my favorite foods. I think it should be on the food pyramid, probably at the top. Ice cream. But variety is a spice of life, guys. It's not about any one thing. It's not about how you do this or how you do that. It's just about showing up every day. Because I'll tell you this, you could probably tell me what will happen in your world tomorrow. You could probably guess what would happen in your world next week. But next month, you might have an idea, but that's a long time away. Next year, no idea at all. Who knows where you'll be or how you'll get there? Where would you rank tacos in your food pyramid? Tacos are like a foundational food. I would put tacos as the entire bottom of the pyramid. It's like tacos, baby. Tacos are incredibly important in my world. I love tacos. They're great. So, what is everybody working on today? Do you have any goals you're chasing? Anything that you're looking to accomplish as the day goes on? How can I help support you in those goals? Again, this is life. Become closer to God. Amen, Andrew. I totally agree. I've been reading a devotional every morning. I started incorporated it into a Blantner and Pastor Carlos. You guys rock. I really appreciate everything you do, because at the end of the day, life is a team sport. And the most important team, I think, is who we are in Christ. Are we on that team? Because that's the biggest team out there. There are so many of us out there together looking at, and how I look at life, I want to be a lighthouse. I don't want to have to tell anyone that I believe in God, that I follow God. I want my actions and the way I show up to be a lighthouse for others. Not that, hey, this is how you should act, but this is how I act because of my belief. That's why I try to make people smile. That's why I try to create the impact I want to create, is because I believe God sent me on this earth to make a difference, not by telling anyone what to do, but by showing them what I do through my faith, through my belief in Christ, and through my belief in what the future holds. I believe right now we are walking through fire. As a society, there is so much contention out there. There's so much pain out there. Right now, we're walking through fire. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ellen just got in. I got in early and I've been working away. So we are walking through fire. And it's up to each and every one of us to make sure we're spreading the message in a way that lifts others up and helps others up. And that is my goal with my content and with what I do, is how can I, if I can lift someone up on a bad day without ever talking to them, that is a win in my book. And so that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I do what I do, is to help people. That's why I like being in the security industry, is because we're protecting people at their homes and their homes when they're away. We're protecting employees at work, and we're protecting their method of income when they're not at work. Security is a service. It is a service that we do for everyone. So I hope you guys are all doing great. I don't really listen to a ton of music. I'm a fan of a lot of musicians, because they do a ton of great things for our society. What they create drives emotions around us. So yeah, I love Beyonce because of how, like, if you've seen some of her concerts and stuff like that, look at what she's done to bring the world together. There's a lot of artists out there that are bringing the world together through music. They're bringing the world together in order to help people connect with each other. And to me, that's really cool. Queen of the world, right? It's so true. And that's, I wish more people would chase their passion when it comes to creating music and stuff like that, because that is a great way to build relationships with people. It's a great way to put yourself out there in a way to help other people. And so, yeah, we are lucky to have Beyonce. We are lucky to have so many people out there in the world who want to make a difference. And it's pretty cool. It's actually super, super cool. Anyways, I've got a meeting coming up in just a few minutes that I have to go get to. I have enjoyed going live with you guys. I'm going to get better at doing it on a more regular basis. But today, make a difference, man. That is the motto. Today, you can make a difference. And that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to make a difference in somebody's life. And I want you to too. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, for joining in. And we will talk to y'all soon. Ba-boom, ba-boom.